All right. Hey, everybody. Dan Fitzpatrick here, stockmarketmentor.com. And I do want to look at some stocks here. But first, let's look at Bitcoin. Now, this is knocking at the door here at 100,000. The way that this thing is trading, I really like the way it's trading because it's kind of given us a clear, line here. I'm still struggling. I'm an old fart. I'm still struggling with learning the how to draw these lines efficiently on TradingView. So you'll have to bear with me. But the bottom line, though, on this is it's forming this little pennant pattern, and Scott's been all over this at Crypto Market Mentor in a big way. And every so often, you get this kind of consolidation like this that ultimately runs higher after the kind of base that this has had for most of the year. I think this stock is ready to roll. And once it does break above 100, we're gonna. I think things are gonna get real sporty with about this. That's all I'll say about this. Things should get really really interesting. Now, if you're saying, well, I don't have a crypto account. Okay, first of all, get one. What are we doing here? It's 2024. Get a crypto account. It's really not that big a deal. Just go over to Coinbase or do Tasty Trade, where you can sell crypto on on their stuff too. But for crying out loud, do something here, man, because what we're talking about doing is making money. Okay, so we're talking about making money, and frankly, crypto has been the asset class of the year. Actually, just Bitcoin has been the asset class of the year. I mean, look where it started at the beginning of the year. Like this is, let's just say it's gone up a lot. So other ways that you can trade this though is you could trade MicroStrategy, which had a big monster move, and then Andrew, I think that's his name, Andrew left, and a couple other people, like right up at the top here. They said, you know what? We can't justify this. Love Bitcoin, own Bitcoin, but MicroStrategy, even based on the amount of Bitcoin it owns, the net asset value of MicroStrategy is way too flipping high. It's just really, really expensive. Again, based on the value of the coins that MicroStrategy has. So the stock really got crushed here. Okay, well, meanwhile, and that's fine. So, well, it's not fine if you're long, but we live, we learn. But the thing is, that's only going to be that way for so long because Saylor just keeps buying more and more Bitcoin. So at some point, and I think he's bought more since then, he sells convertible bonds, uses the money and buys Bitcoin. It's kind of cool. I wish I could do that. So anyway, it looks to me like this thing with all the extra Bitcoin buying, at some point, the market is going to say, okay, that was then, this is now much lower, many more Bitcoins. So it's time to buy this stock again. So I kind of feel like we're seeing that right now. If you look at Mystics, this is the double your fund for MicroStrategy. This is working out really, really well right here. And so you could you could look at this and say, okay, I'm buying this stock and I'll keep a stop right here. Or I'm buying the stock and I'll keep a stop down here. But one way or another, you need to have your risk defined some way. But you can buy this here. I bought some. I've been holding some for a while, and then I bought a little bit more today. And I was just mentioning, and my stop is right down here. And I was just mentioning to someone in our other session, because I kind of opened the door and let people in to see all the behind the scenes chaos and me coughing and dogs and all that other stuff. But I was just saying, with options, this has weekly options. However, the bid and the ask spread on each of the strikes is so obscenely wide that for you to, it's like, let's say, oh, I think the stock's going higher. So you buy call options. Well, it's like immediately you're down 12% because as soon as you own something, then the market value is whatever it's bid at. And so the point is for you to be trading options on this, either standard contract or weekly options, it's a real problematic thing for you because of the spread, because they're just not that liquid. And you can look at some of those and there's literally no open interest on them. And then like on an even number, like, oh, the $100 calls or the $110 calls or $120 calls, it's like 9 contracts have traded today. I mean, something stupid like that. And so my advice to my people on the other call was that if you are going to be trading options on this type of a stock, make sure that you're ready to ride it into the ground. In other words, if you sell the $110 call, first of all, you should have the stock, so it's a covered call. If you sell the 110, you got to just say, okay, I'm going to get called out of this stock if it runs above 110. Or, okay, if it stays below 110, I'm just going to let it expire worthless. I'm not going to buy it back, even if it's a good profit. Same thing on the downside. Oh, I've sold the put. I sold the $100 put or the $90 put. Uh-oh, the stock starts moving down. I'm afraid that I'm going to get put that stock. Okay, dude, you should have thought of that before you sold the put, because certainly on a stock like this, if you're going to sell a put at a particular strike, let's say you sell the $100 put, you have to be willing to take the stock at $100. And if you're not willing to do that, there's no shame in that, but just don't sell those puts, because what you're going to find is if you say, well, shoot, man, I can't take this stock. I just thought I'd get the put and it expire worthless. What's going to happen is everybody's looking at the same chart. Everybody's looking at the same chart. And so you've sold the put, it's running against you, and now you have to buy it back. Well, it's not like you're going to catch somebody sleeping. The offer on those puts that you're trying to buy back is going to be through the roof. And so you're not going to be able to get out of that trade without a lot of pain. And so again, what you have to do if you're selling options on a massively volatile stock like Microstrategy, double your fund, what you have to do is just say, live by the sword, die by the sword. We'll see what happens. So with that said, I've got some MSTX here. I don't have any options against it one way or another. What I'll probably do tomorrow is I'll probably sell some out of the money expiring Friday, 120 or 125 or whatever it is. I will sell some way out of the money calls that have a delta of, we'll say, like 20, meaning there's like a 20% chance that they expire in the money. And if I can get a buck or two for them or 3, I'll take it. Anyway, so that's how I'm trading this. By the way, one thing I need you to check out, Scott McGregor's, I'll do it here. Where is it here? I need you to check out Scott McGregor's webinar coming up here. Crypto 101K. You probably, if you're getting this, you probably already got your email on this, but I'm just telling you this because I've gone over this with Scott. I always try to go over anything that he's going to teach or anybody else in advance, so I know what's going on my website. But this is a really good course, and we're going to clean up this language because frankly, it just seems kind of a little bit crappy. Not crappy, it's just seems a little salesy. But the bottom line is this on Crypto 101K. I can tell you this. If you're taking this course, and it's $297, like you can see this way at the bottom, it's $297. You got to really search for it. It's just not the page that I like, but it is what it is. But if you pay $297, I'll just tell you this, you're going to walk away from this course and you're going to say, Okay, well, now I finally understand what cryptocurrency is. Now I finally understand what Bitcoin is. Shoot, I thought cryptocurrency and Bitcoin were the same, but they're actually not. Now I understand what what crypto energy is. You're going to walk away from this and you're going to have such a solid understanding of actual cryptocurrency, of the cryptocurrency market, of blockchain, that whenever somebody says to you, oh, you're in Bitcoin or you're in crypto, oh, that's a big Ponzi scheme, it's a fraud, you'll lose your money. You can just look back at them and kind of say, yeah, okay, and just kind of smirk a little bit, smile. um, you don't have to say much at all, because you know what's happening in this industry. And I will just tell you this: we are really early in this industry. We're very early. You look and see where Bitcoin is now, and you say, wow, it was just how long ago in February it was clear down here. So we're late. I can't get in now. This is horrible. I'll wait for a pullback, or the usual, oh, it's a Ponzi scheme. But if you go way back, it was a lot lower. It was a lot higher back here. But ultimately, what I'm telling you is, this is a security, if Gary Gensler has his way, I guess, that ultimately is going to be 200,000, and then 250,000, et cetera, et cetera. Um, Nations are buying this stuff. Sovereign wealth funds are buying this stuff. I'm not saying they're buying Dogecoin or any of that other crap. They're buying Bitcoin. And I just talked to somebody, I remember this, I'm kind of going on to a story here. You can log off if you want to. But about 6 months ago, I was talking to a guy. We're in a group together, like a mastermind group, when we were back in Austin, and Bitcoin, the subject of Bitcoin came up. And nobody there was invested in Bitcoin at all. And they just like, I don't know anything about it. Yeah, I don't know either. Well, I don't know. And then I said, well, I got a pretty good chunk of change in there. I think it's going to do really well. Then at that point, the conversation turned more towards me. And even though none of these people were in it, it wasn't like antagonistic towards me, but it was just like, well, I don't understand. Why are you in this? Tell me, explain this to me, blah, blah, blah. And to be perfectly honest with you, I couldn't. Like I would just go, well, the chart, well, the chart, well, the chart. And I kind of looked like a fool. Now I'm looking like a rich fool, but I guarantee you, because I'm going to see some of these dudes in January, the first week in January, I guarantee you I'm going to be asked more about it. And I will tell you this, because of the course that Scott's teaching a week from Saturday, I will be the smartest kid on the block and be able to explain to people why they have not missed the boat on Bitcoin and they should be buying. So that is my very, very long-winded way of saying you really need to be involved in this. So get to this website, plunk down your $297. You're not going to regret it. I promise you that. We've already got a bunch of people that are already in there. And it's kind of growing every day. I think we've sent out 1 or 2 emails, but for the most part, I've just kind of been, you're talking to the main marketing guy here. I've just been talking about this and really, really telling people that it's important that they get involved. So go ahead and do that. You're going to have to put in your stuff here. And I'm not real happy with the way this is set up either. I don't set up this stuff. But just go ahead and do that. Nobody's going to call you. I'm not going to call you. You don't call me. But get in here. All right. And by the way, you can thank me later. I'll just put it that way. Okay. And any of you guys that are on here, I know some of you guys are in the call, on this call, because I just kind of opened it up. You got to get in there too. And by the way, so Randall, again, you're here, buddy. This is what Randall was just typing. Scott is a legend, made so much from his insights on crypto. And I will tell you this, Scott just informed me day before yesterday that he's a millionaire. He's made over $1 million trading crypto. And guess where all his trades have been? They've been on Crypto Market Mentor. So I'm gonna take you there too. I don't know if anybody's still around because I'm sure Yammer in here. But we'll go over here. Crypto. Here, yeah. If you're not a member of Crypto Market Mentor, guys, I'm gonna say it again. Then I've said this to members, just not on a chart of the day thing. $7 for 14 days. You get Crypto Market Mentor. $7. Last I checked, and crypto's open 24/7. Last I checked, that's 50 cents a day to get information from a guy who's literally made over $1 million. And this is just over the last year and a half. He's been crushing it here, and so have our members. People have made a lot of money. And look, in fact, I'll take all the risk out of it for you. All of it. Take the $7 trial. If you want your money back before, if anytime over the 14 days, if you say, you know what, I don't like this at all, I want my money back, just email Karen at stockmarketmentor.com and I'll give you a refund of your $7. So therefore, I've taken the risk of signing up for Crypto Market Mentor for 14 days completely out of the equation. You are guaranteed not to take a loss on this. And so if that doesn't work for you, I can't help you. I'm not going to pay you. I'm not going to pay you to join. You got to give us a little bit of money. Okay. So does that make sense to you guys? I'm totally serious. This is a really, really, really important thing. Randall, I love you, buddy. Thank you right back. So, all right. That's it, everybody. Hope you all are having a great evening, and I will see you tomorrow. And by the way, sign up for the thing. Okay. Thank you.